This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Launching the evacuation of Indians from trouble-torn Libya, an Air India flight brings back the first batch of Indians. 18 arrive in Chennai. New entrant to the party, Shekhar Babu rallies support for the DMK North Chennai, flows audiences with his electioneering prowess. Despite overcoming their disability to make a mark in the world of sports, the country's crippled sportspersons are tied down by the lack of jobs. Men in blue set an imposing target, but the English are undeterred. Stoss and Trott are scoring runs at will. Chennai's cheers on Team India, Nama Tamil Nadu style. All they ask is that the men in blue bring back the cup. A very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's take a look at stories coming in from the rest of the nation. India backs the UN Security Council sanctions on Gaddafi government. The Libyan leader is deferred to the International Criminal Court for war crimes. 88 Indians safely travel across the border into Tunisia. Another 170 are expected to cross today. After 13 mothers die after childbirth due to alleged medical negligence in Jodhpur's government hospital, the Chief Minister visits his constituency. The brother of NCP MLA Dilip Vagh, accused of raping a 22-year-old job aspirant, blames the Shiv Sena for a conspiracy. And anticipation grows for the 83rd Academy Awards in Los Angeles. A.R. Rahman is up for 2 statues. And in our top story, after days of living in uncertainty and fear, around 18 Indians are finally back in Chennai from a strife-torn Libya. More Indians are expected to land via an Air India flight in the evening. Now, while there were close to 7 people who landed at the Coimbatore airport as well. Now, the first batch of 291 people from the Tripoli landed in the national capital late last night at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi after nearly an 8-hour-long flight from the Libyan capital. Now, India is allowed 2 flights every day to evacuate its nationals from Tripoli. The total number of Indians in Libya is estimated to be nearly 18,000, and several are still awaiting their turn to be flown out of the country. Well, our reporter Salim was right there at the airport as those much relieved Indians passengers walked out of the airport. He in fact brings to us a first-hand account of their reactions after touching down on home soil.
More than 500 Indians have been evacuated from the Libyan capital. Out of the 500, 31 are from the state of Tamil Nadu. Out of the 31, 7 people have already reached Coimbatore, 6 are expected to arrive at the Chennai airport this evening, and 18 of them already arrived at the Chennai airport.
When we are sleeping night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, suddenly you'll be hearing the firing sound. You know, and especially in Zavia, when I was with my friend for 2 days there, just the helicopters will be flying. You know, I was really scared. I thought of my family. Whether I will, so if the helicopters, sometimes they may drop. If they drop any bomb, what can we do?
அங்கே எல்லாம் சிவில் வார் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிடுச்சுங்க. ரோட்டில் எல்லாம் ஆர்மி தான் இருக்குது. எல்லா கடைகள் ஆஃபீஸ் எல்லாமே க்ளோஸு. ஆஃபீஸுக்கு யாரும் போக முடியாது. ரோட்டில் சமயத்தில் ஃபயரிங்லாம் நடக்குது. சிவிலாக யாருமே வெளியில் போக முடியாது.
Well, meanwhile, over 500 Indians are finally back from India, from strife-torn Libya. And the passengers arrived in Delhi on 2 flights, especially chartered by the Indian government. Yesterday, 88 employees of Punj Lloyd crossed over from a road from Libya into the Libya-Tunisian border. They were received by the officials of the Indian embassy in Tunisia, who have set up a camp there. Now, another 170 people are likely to reach Ras Jaidir today, from where they will be flown back to the country. Now, those who have returned to India recounted the ordeal they faced in Libya.
You can see, I am having just my passport. मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है. हम जान बचा के आ गए और हम एयरपोर्ट में कम से कम 12 घंटे फंसे रहे हैं. आपको ऐसा लगा जैसे वो कोई रेफ्यूजी कैंप है, एयरपोर्ट नहीं है.
जिस शहर में हम लोग थे वो 80 किलोमीटर ट्रिपोली से. हम लोग ट्रिपोली कैसे पहुंचे हैं हमें पता है. रास्तों में टैंक खड़े हुए हैं, हथियार लेके कब किसको कौन गोली मार दे, we don't know.
I was supposed to go on 23rd of February, but before that this problem happened there. So my wife was there. So just today she came, and I am very much happy.
But hundreds of foreigners still continue to scramble to leave a war-torn Libya. Television footage on Saturday night showed crowds of evacuees gathering at the airport in the country's capital, Tripoli. As of Saturday, at least 16,000 Chinese, 15,000 Turks and 1,400 Italians had been evacuated, most working in the construction and oil industries. In a secret rescue mission on Saturday, British military planes entered Libyan airspace and picked up oil workers and others from desert locations. In addition, United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon told the Security Council members that some 22,000 people have fled across the Libyan border into Tunisia and another 15,000 crossed the border into Egypt. While India and other members of the United Nations Security Council have unanimously slapped tough sanctions on Muammar Gaddafi's regime in Libya, voting 15-0 after a day-long discussion interrupted with breaks to consult with capitals back home, the Council imposed an arms embargo and urged UN member countries to freeze the assets of Gaddafi, his 4 sons and his daughter. Now, the Council also backed a travel ban on Gaddafi's family and 10 close associates. Council members additionally agreed to refer the Gaddafi regime's deadly crackdown on the people protesting his rule to a permanent war crimes tribunal for an investigation of possible crimes against humanity. And back in the state now, amidst the swiftly changing political kaleidoscope in the state, now it is the turn of the ruling DMK to declare that it will emerge victorious in the upcoming assembly elections. And at the function held to formally induct the former AIADMK MLA VK Shekhar Babu into its fold, the DMK chief displayed a sample of his electioneering prowess. Lokpriya brings to us this report.
It was nothing short of a king's reception for the master craftsman of Tamil Nadu politics. Crowds poured into the Satyagaraja College grounds in North Chennai to watch ex-AIDMK MLA VK Shekhar Babu officially inducted into the DMK, and the new kid on DMK block scored brownie points with elaborate arrangements.
கழகத்தில் இணையக்கூடிய நிகழ்ச்சியா நம்முடைய பொன்முடி அவர்கள் சொன்னது போல விரைவில் நாம் சந்திக்க இருக்கக்கூடிய வெற்றி விழாவா? அது மட்டுமல்ல, நாம் விரைவிலே சந்திக்க இருக்கக்கூடிய தேர்தலுக்காக நடைபெறக்கூடிய தேர்தல் பிரச்சாரத்தினுடைய துவக்க விழாவா என்று கூட சந்தேகப்படக்கூடிய அளவிற்கு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி எழுச்சியோடு ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது.
The decks for this political function were cleared after the Madras High Court allowed RK Nagar MLA Shekhar Babu to hold the function at the college premises on the condition that he would be held responsible for any mishap. The verdict followed a public interest litigation filed by the college student. Shekhar Babu, the second AIDMK MLA to join the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam in 2 years, also showed he can grandstand.
ஒரு இயக்கத்தின் தொண்டன் என்பவன் வெற்றி தோல்விகளை பற்றி கவலைப்பட மாட்டான். தான் ஏற்றுக்கொண்ட தலைமை தன் மீது விசுவாசமாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று ஒரே ஒரு சொல்லிற்காகத்தான் இருப்பான். தான் ஏற்றுக்கொண்ட தலைமையை தன்னை கசக்கி பிழிந்து தூக்கி எறிய தயாராகிவிட்ட போது தூக்கி எறிவதற்கு அதிமுக இருக்கிறது என்றால் அதை தாங்குவதற்கு தாயாக தந்தையாக திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகமுடைய தலைவர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் இருக்கிறார் என்பதற்காகத்தான் இன்றைக்கு தலைவர் அவர்கள் தலைமையிலே எங்களை நாங்கள் முழுமையாக இணைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம்.
Not surprisingly, Karunanidhi, who has won from the Harbour constituency many a time, took a dig at Jayalalitha, saying AIDMK workers were losing faith in the party high command and MJR's vision was lost, forcing people to switch parties. Clearly, things are hotting up well ahead of the scorching summer elections.
இன்னும் 6 வருஷத்துல நீ இருப்பாயா என்றால் நான் இருப்பேன், ஆட்சியும் இருக்கும். நீங்கள் இருக்கும்போது நாங்கள் இருக்காமல் எங்கே போவோம். ஒரே ஒரு விருப்பம், திராவிட இயக்கம் இந்த இடத்திலே பிறந்தது, இந்த இடத்திலே அரசியல் இயக்கமாக உருவானது. அறிஞர் அண்ணா அவர்களால் இந்த இடத்திலே வித்திடப்பட்டது. அந்த தருவை வளர்க்கின்ற அந்த பணியில் ஈடுபட்டிருக்கின்ற என்னுடைய தம்பிமார்கள் அத்தனை பேரோடும் நீ ஒரு தம்பியாக இருந்து இந்த தருவை வளர்த்திடுவாய்.
North Chennai is a significant place in the annals of DMK's history. It's in this very own place Anna had announced the political formation of this party, and it is in this very own place Shekhar Babu has taken a vow to make the DMK victorious in the upcoming assembly election. How far will this vow translate into votes is something we need to wait and watch. In Chennai, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
And well, moving ahead, they might be presented with many an award for their achievements in spite of disabilities, but are clearly denied any job opportunities. That is a disturbing tale on the other side.